Hello, BookTube. We're filming this a little different. I'm filming it the way I filmed the first couple hundred of my videos, and that's on my phone. I'll try to stay close. I'm hoping the sound works out. My son ran down the battery of my iPad, so yeah, that's out of the question. I'd wait for a week to get that thing charged. I thought I'd go over some channel plans, what I've been doing, what 2023 is going to look like, and the projects I'm going to do. And we'll just start right out. The first thing is the continuation of the Patrick O'Brian series, Aubrey Maturin. Here I'm on the Surgeon's Mate. I have a video getting ready to drop on the Fortune of War. So let me see here. I have the list here. So Fortune of War was, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is number 7, Surgeon's Mate. And then I'll follow this up with Ionian Mission. I try to keep these on a separate playlist, just so it's easy to find if you want. The other thing I'm reading right now, and this is a reread from ages ago, this is Van Wyck Brooks. This is The Flowering of New England. And I'm going to read the following volume this year. I've just got into it a ways. What am I on? Page 168. You can see how many printings this went through just for this. You know, it had printings many afterwards. It was a very important book. Longfellow, Prescott, all the New England writers who you know, from a particular era, and we think about, you know, Emerson and Thoreau and all of them. So really good read. The prose is from another time, but I actually like that. And I need to find a copy of The World of Washington Irving. I think that's what it's called. They might list it here. I don't know if they did that. No, he hadn't written it when he wrote this. But he was doing a literary history of the United States and all these different books. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. If you find an old copy hanging around, it might be worth your while, if you like that sort of thing. The other thing I've been reading, so there's a lot of series going on here. So my next book in the Wheel of Time is going to be book 4, The Shadow Rising. So I have read, let me get the list here to make sure I don't make a mistake. But I've been reading these pretty steady since the TV series came out. So I've read, what's this one? This is number 4. So I've read Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, and The Dragon Reborn. There's a prequel I have up here somewhere behind me. And I also have this guidebook. I do this a lot. So this here is The World of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan and Teresa Patterson. This is from before the Sanderson days. Quite useful though. And there's a new guidebook that I'd like to get with it. I do that with the Patrick O'Brian too. I have several helps with these big series. They do come out. So the Robert Jordan Wheel of Time will continue. The Patrick O'Brian will continue, and then the Great Pirate Project. Now I'm going to start and this is a loose project, so I'm doing mostly nonfiction. If you want to join in, you just do the hashtag. You read it, the Great Pirate Project, or Great Pirate Project. I'll put it down below. I'm doing nonfiction, but there's plenty of wonderful pirate fiction out there too. You just do what you want. You hashtag it so that we all can have a conversation and see each other's videos. And you read at your own pace, because I find that works with me. So my first one's going to be a very well-known book that I have not read. I mean, I've been collecting a big wall of pirate nonfiction over here. This is Under the Black Flag by David Cordingly. You see it referenced quite a bit. It has a blurb here by Patrick O'Brian, which doesn't hurt. This is Random House, New York, and it came out in 1995. And the subtitle is The Romance and Reality of Life Among the Pirates. So we will see. Like I say, I've heard a lot about this book. Really looking forward to reading it, and I hope some of you will join in. So, other projects. So, I'm going to do with Faith and Books. We are doing, along with anybody else who wants to join in again, the Hornblower Saga. So it's Hornblower 2023. That would be the hashtag for that. And we're going chronologically as if Hornblower had been a real person. So not when the books were published, but the chronology within the story. This is Mr. Midshipman Hornblower. This is a folio society, and this is introduced by Bernard Cornwell. Hornblower is one of my favorites. This one also has a companion book. Pretty old thing, but quite handy. Hornblower is one of my favorites. It's different than the Patrick O'Brian, a little more fast-paced, quicker read, I think. Some may disagree with me, but that's fine. But wonderful, and I think it was over here was on A&E, but it may have been a BBC production of a television series on Hornblower that was wonderful. I'd love to rewatch it. So, yeah, that's Faith and Books and myself, and I think there's people joining in on that one. I think I've heard some names. So let us know if you want to join in, or just join in. You know, we'd love to have you and hear what your thoughts are. Those we'll be doing about once a month. So pretty doable. They're an afternoon read at best, couple hours, and super easy to find. These things were published in the bucketfuls, you know what I mean? You can just find them all over the place. So you got to get them, you know, you'd want to find the earliest ones, and whatever. You don't have to go in order. We are, but, you know, just read them and enjoy, or just read one and enjoy, and let us know what you think. So that's C.S. Forrester's Hornblower. The first one we do will be Mr. Midshipman Hornblower. And then I have another project. I haven't really talked to anybody about this, and I'm hoping someone will join me. Any of you are welcome. I'd be delighted. I read Louis L'Amour and Max Brand and Zane Grey, a few of the old-time Western writers. I have since I was a very young person. My dad read them, my uncles, my grandfather, and I just picked them up because they were around. And what I thought I'd do this year, because it's, again, these are entertaining, short reads, I thought I'd read Louis L'Amour's Sackets. Now, again, a book that's handy here that helps is The Sackett Companion. This is something Louis L'Amour put together before he died. He did think he was going to write more. He never did. All sorts of helps in this. So I've been picking up the paperbacks here and there, having fun with the cover art. I expect these things to take one read. So we start out with Sackett's Land. And this is, I am Barnabas Sackett. And he was, it's Elizabethan. So it takes place in England. And then we end up in the American wilderness. So this is basically the story of a family chronicle in showing the western expansion of the United States. So there's the first one, Sackett Companion. Like, these things are really easy to find. The second one, which is, I remember being my favorite, is To the Far Blue Mountains. Third, we're going to be now it's the 15th one done, so I don't know why we're saying it's the third. Well, it says 15 on here, but chronologically it's the third, and that's The Warrior's Path. You know, you check that. This is what these companions are good for. You just go and they'll put them in order for you. And if Louis L'Amour says that's the order, right? Yeah, The Warrior's Path. So here's the order. Get all convoluted there, don't I? Then we have Jubal Sackett. Like I say, I just grabbed old beat-up paperbacks. They'll do for a good read. Then we have Ride the River. The Daybreakers. Sackett. Lando. Mojave Crossing. Mustang Man. The Lonely Men. Galloway. Treasure Mountain. Lonely on the Mountain. Ride the Dark Trail, as I try to knock myself out with the book. The Sackett Brand. The Skyliners. And The Man from the Broken Hills, which actually has the word read written on it twice by somebody. So like I say, I didn't get these to be collectible. They're easy to find. I got them so that I can do the project. I don't know how many I'll read a month. What are there, 13 or 14 of them here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of them. So easy to do in a year. I mean, like I say, what some of them are. What's this one here? Okay, so the Sackett Brand is 151 pages. So really easy to do. And fast paced, so fun reads. I've never read them in order. They didn't come out in order, as you can tell by the number on some of the covers. I just read them as I found them. So other than that, on the channel, I'm thinking, I haven't done it since I moved into this house because it's so hard, but about 5 or 6 years ago on my channel, I did a library tour, book tour, the shelf tour. I'm thinking about doing that again. A lot of the books have changed. Some of them are the same. A lot of them are the same. But there's been a lot added. There's been some cleaned out, weeded out. So I thought I'd do that. The drawback I find with that is that you'll have whole sections that interest nobody but me. But that's what happens with a personal library, right? So, yeah. And I'm hoping to do that. So that'll take a while because I think there's about 6,000 or 7,000 books here now. And I'm hoping maybe to do some trips. There's some bookstores I've found out about in the last year or so, and we'll see if we can visit some of those. One particular town in upstate New York, so which is new to me. I didn't know much about. Maybe go back to the Brattle, see Steve and Frida Bean. Maybe go to the Strand in Niantic Book Barn. We'll see. Maybe the Big Chicken Barn up in Maine. I am probably going to go back up to Maine. I'm not sure yet. So, but I would like to visit the New York one. I'm not sure the name of it, but I've had some people telling me about it. So, some book shelf tours, some bookstore tours maybe, the occasional book haul, and I'll probably try to do a few more tags. I've been tagged in the past, and I'm very bad. I think that I'm going to do them, and I don't get to them. So I'll try to pick up on that a little bit. But these projects, the Patrick O'Brien, the C.S. Forrester with Faith in Books, the Wheel of Time series, the Great Pirate Project, the Louis L'Amour Sackett. So plenty to do this year. I hope you all are ready for a new year. Hopefully it's a good one. And thank you, BookTube.